Numerous details on the upcoming video game film franchise have already been released, and the cherished blue speedster is poised to make a comeback in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. The Sonic the Hedgehog film series, which is based on the Sega game's title character, follows Sonic and his friends Tails and Knuckles as they attempt to foil Dr. Robotnik's evil schemes. Sonic and the group battle two generations of Robotniks and their newest partner, the incredibly strong Shadow the Hedgehog, who seeks to wipe out the entire planet in the most recent adventure. After two enjoyable and well-loved sequels, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 represents a more dramatic turn for the franchise and received great reviews from reviewers. In addition to all of that, the most recent Sonic film debuted the beloved Shadow and hinted at even more intriguing game characters in its conclusion. Work is already in progress to bring the beloved video game back to the big screen, and all of that adds up to a fourth installment. Even though Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is still a ways off, work is already accelerating. Sonic 4's release window is revealed. The release window for Sonic 4 was announced just a few days before Sonic the Hedgehog 3 even arrived in theaters. The announcement that Sonic the Hedgehog 4 will be released in theaters in the spring of 2027 helps to validate earlier rumors that a fourth film was in development. Though it truly follows the series' release pattern, this results in a wait of little over 2 years. Since the release of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in 2022, there has been a 2-year lag between each sequel. Paramount is putting themselves in the ring with some fierce competition by putting the film in the spring of 2027. The next Godzilla and Kong movie is likewise scheduled for spring 2027, however anything could alter more than 2 years later. Similarly, a few major releases are already coming at that time of year, with Marvel's Avengers: Secret Wars also set for May 7, 2027. The aforementioned blockbusters might not be a threat, though, because Sonic the Hedgehog 4 has the chance to appeal to a different demographic. The sequel was confirmed in 2024. When Paramount approved a new film a few days prior to the premiere of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, they made their intentions for the franchise apparent. In addition to being confirmed, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 has already been assigned a preliminary spring 2027 release date. In addition to indicating that the film was in development prior to the announcement, this information also shows that Paramount probably has a bigger master plan in mind that includes additional Sonic the Hedgehog content. There is no reason to believe that Sonic 4 won't be released on schedule, as the production schedule is much the same as that of the prior sequels. Sonic the Hedgehog forecast details. Will Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow return? The cast of endearing characters in the Sonic the Hedgehog film series has grown to include an increasing number of game fans' favorites with each successive release. This pattern is anticipated to persist into Sonic the Hedgehog 4, and the conclusion of Sonic 3 even brought in a few new characters who will undoubtedly make a comeback. Ben Schwartz as Sonic, Keanu Reeves as Tails, and Idris Elba as Knuckles are among the other returning actors, and the core trio became even more formidable following the events of the previous film. Shadow survived the Eclipse canon, as shown in the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 post-credits scene, suggesting that Keanu Reeves might return. Given that his character apparently didn't make it through and that Carey came out of retirement to play Dr. Ivo Robotnik in Sonic 3, it's unclear if he will reprise his role in the upcoming film. It's also possible that human characters Maddie Wachowski and Tom Wachowski will return to help their superpowered buddies. Although their roles have not yet been decided, Metal Sonic and Amy Rose are likely to return in Sonic 4. Ben Schwartz as Sonic, Keanu Reeves as Tails, Idris Elba as Knuckles, Keanu Reeves as Shadow, Jaymz Marsden as Tom Wachowski, Tika Sumpter as Maddie Wachowski, unknown as Metal Sonic, and unknown as Amy Rose are most likely to be part of the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 story details. A new villain and a new ally. Unsurprisingly, Sonic the Hedgehog 3's climax was ambiguous and, aside from concluding a few plot lines, primarily set up the conflict in Sonic 4. The Earth was rescued from the Eclipse canon by Dr. Ivo Robotnik and Shadow, who turned on the far more malevolent Dr. Gerald Robotnik. Regretfully, it appears that doing so lost them both their lives. It was shown that Shadow had lived, although it remained unclear what had happened to Dr. Robotnik. As Sonic and the group deal with the aftermath of losing their old foe who has now become an ally, this might have consequences in the follow-up. They might not have much time to consider it, though, for in the mid-credits scene, an army of robotic Sonics appeared, and Amy Rose's hammer was the only thing that rescued him. In Sonic the Hedgehog 4, it would make the most sense for Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy Rose, and maybe even Shadow to battle the robotic impersonators while attempting to figure out who made them in the first place. Amy Rose could also cause tension in the group, and the addition of a fourth member could upset the careful equilibrium that Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles have established. She might also fall in love with Sonic based on Amy Rose from the games, which might make their relationship of saving the world even more complex. Additionally, the Wachowskis will be incorporated in some way, and Tom may be less inclined to participate in Sonic the Hedgehog 4 now that he has recovered from the events of Sonic 3. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.